COVID negative, y'all.
Number, please.
Hello? Is this Lee? Large object holding over my land like a tornado.
The Vast of Night is the directorial debut of Andrew Patterson. It stars Sierra McCormick and Jake Horowitz, and it tells the story of two radio-obsessed high schoolers who discover a strange frequency coming over the radio in their small town, and their investigation over one night takes them on a life-changing journey that takes them through a web of government secrets and conspiracies and maybe aliens. I actually watched this movie back in May, and it was such a different type of experience that I didn't even really know how to review it. But with this year wrapping up, it would not feel right at all if I didn't recommend this movie to you. The Vast of Night is a love letter to a lot of things, and Patterson wears his influences on his sleeve here, while still demonstrating a ton of talent with writing and directing. It's structured like an old-school Twilight Zone or Outer Limits episode, with the framing device being that you're watching an episode of an old fictional sci-fi TV show called Paradox Theater. And while I don't think the multiple reminders we get of this framing device, where the aspect ratio and the color switch to that of an old-school tube television, are particularly necessary, I do appreciate what they're there for. It's a love letter to old-school sci-fi serials, it's a love letter to dialogue-heavy coming-of-age stories, and most importantly, it's a love letter to the power of radio and the power of good storytelling. What I love about The Vast of Night is its focus on radio, on the power of words, the power of what you can't see, of what you can only have described to you, especially in a place where excitement is hard to come by. It follows similar rules to Pontypool and this year's Shudder release Scare Me, in that it breaks all of the rules of show don't tell by almost exclusively telling you and not showing you, and having the power of the words you're hearing be enough to set your hair on end. And the manner in which this movie is providing you with information is incredibly realistic, from the mile-a-minute densely packed dialogue spoken through thick southern drawls to the honest, realistic performances from Sierra McCormick and Jake Horowitz. It adds a ton of realism when you consider the fact that were this a real situation and this were actually happening, you wouldn't be hearing standard movie dialogue. People would be panicking, people would be talking over each other, and that's entirely what the dialogue of this movie is. It adds so much realism to this world, which, when coupled with the small-town Americana vibe, and the fact that this movie is a period piece taking place in the 50s, creates this wonderfully charming, engrossing world with characters who you fall in love with immediately. Sierra McCormick as Faye is a really spunky, passionate future journalist, and yeah, she has a crush on Everett, played by Jake Horowitz, but it's more than that because she looks up to him. He is kind of what she wants to be. He is a radio host, and she wants to be him. She wants to become like him, and she wants him to teach her his ways.
Faye! Who's that?
It's Everett. Stop smiling.
What's he doing here?
He's helping me. Stop smiling.
And the two of them just have incredible chemistry together, and they are lightning quick in their banter back and forth, to the point where you forget you're watching older actors playing teenagers, because they're just talking to each other the way that teenagers would talk to each other. Never once in this movie did I feel like I was watching actors. I felt like I was watching dedicated, passionate truth seekers who were looking for excitement and extremely passionate about radio and desperate to get to the bottom of this mystery. The fact that this is a directorial debut for Patterson makes it that much more impressive. Not only does the use of long takes demonstrate a ton of restraint on his part, but it also showcases a lot of technical proficiency and a really good artistic vision when you combine it with the impressive tracking shot in the middle of this movie that takes you on pretty much an entire tour of the town and feels way beyond the budget of this film. The visuals are all tied together with this beautiful, eerie score by Eric Alexander and Jared Bulmer, and it improves the movie with this synthy sci-fi sound that adds a sense of grandiosity to this small-town adventure movie that otherwise would not feel as grand. I do think some people will have some problems with this movie. For one, it is a pretty slow burn, so don't throw it on if you're looking for anything like bombastic, crazy alien action. If you're going into this expecting a scary alien movie, throw on Fire in the Sky instead. But if you're looking for something that'll genuinely make your hair stand on end and give you a lot to think about while providing you with a really cool coming-of-age story and aliens, I'd recommend checking this one out. I'm gonna say that The Vast of Night is a must-see. I don't know if any of y'all have ever listened to Coast AM with Art Bell, but it captures very similar vibes to that. It's the kind of movie that you want to turn on in the late hours of the night and watch and just use as a reason to want to believe in aliens again. It's comforting, it's spooky, and it's streaming on Amazon Prime if you have it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there, like, comment, subscribe. There's a Patreon link down in the description if you want to donate to this channel. Be like any of these cool people right here. Help us grow, make new, better quality content for you all to enjoy. You can check the link down below. We have all sorts of cool reward tiers, anything from access to my private Discord server where you get access to my monthly movie watches, where we all get together on Discord and watch a movie together in voice chat. We talk about whatever. It's a fun time. And for my highest reward here, you can even get gifts sent right to your door from me. If any of that interests you, please consider donating. I would really appreciate it, but even if you don't, thank you so much for watching anyway, and I will see you all very soon.
What's going on? There's something in the sky.